You in the office, baby. Going up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Slice Fight Network. Today we are here with Nathan Flawless Mitchell fighting out of UFM. He'll be fighting next January 20th in Hot Springs, Arkansas at Real Deal Championships. How you doing today, Nathan?
Doing pretty good. It's kind of a bittersweet day, coming off a great night's fights last night. Um, but before the interview gets started, I want to say rest in peace to one of our brothers down at UFM, Justin Smith. The unfortunate passing of him, fellow brother of ours, warrior of ours. Um, they had his funeral service and stuff like that today. So before the interview started, I want to say rest in peace to him, and to everybody out there, just cherish your people while they're here, because you kind of take it for granted, when you're around everybody, every day, you kind of take the small things for granted, and you don't want to be living like with regret or nothing like that. So rest in peace to him, and prayers out to his family. And prayers for all of our brothers down at UFM too.
All right, man. Hey, that's a strong message. And yeah, I found out last night, myself, and man, such an unfortunate situation. Like me being in the military, I've had to deal with that with some guys, and man, it sucks every time.
Yeah,
It sucks every time, man. Like man, you hate losing brothers, especially when they're young. And it's like, man, I wish there was something I could have said, something
right.
I could have done. It's just,
And
man,
and it's crazy because like you never know, until it's too late,
right.
because and it's kind of painful to when I think about it, because this guy actually was reaching out to me after my father passed a few months ago to make sure I was okay, and he wasn't.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like dang, like, and I had no idea.
Man, unfortunately, that's always the case. It's like that's something that I've learned, and I mean, I don't want this to sound the wrong way to anybody listening, but it's like the people that are always like talking about it, like
Mhm.
it's probably not them.
Right.
You know, it's the ones who it's like they don't let it bother them or anything like
Mhm.
that, but it's like, man, they're the ones holding the most shit inside,
Right.
and it's man. Hey, just yeah, before we get going, like, hey, like y'all guys out there, man, like if y'all are going through something or anything, man, reach out to somebody. I promise you, we care. I promise you, you ain't a punk. You know what I mean? I
Right.
promise you, it ain't none of that. I'll go ahead and tell all my boys right now, man, I love y'all.
Right.
I'm proud. Like, I love you, man.
Right.
Like you a fighter around here, man. I'm proud of. I love watching you fight. Like I have a true care and invested interest
Right.
in y'all. And I just want all the other fighters out there to know that too.
Yeah.
Like, man, y'all are not in this stuff alone. I promise you. We all have them problems. We all have that kind of stuff going on. Like, just
Man.
talk to somebody, man. Talk to
Always.
somebody.
Always.
All right. Well, man, let's move on from that, man, and let's get back into the fighting.
I got you.
Okay. So I know, man, it's tough. All right. So getting back into it. All right, your opponent now
Mhm.
6-0
Mhm.
and has a name that neither one of us can pronounce.
Right. I don't know if it's Russian or what, but like I looked at it and it was kind of like I saw a meme on Facebook and it was like, whenever you get these people and you can't pronounce their name, you kind of got to watch out for it. But yeah, it's a he's a 6-0 prospect or whatever. But I looked at his I kind of looked deeper into his 6-0 record. And he hasn't fought anybody with a fighting background, like amateur or pro.
Right.
And it's kind of like, okay, like, and it's kind of like I know why they jumped on on me,
Hmm.
because if you look at my record, you see I got a losing record, but like you don't know who I fought, and
Exactly. That matters. That matters.
yeah, so like I done fought some of the best, as an amateur and pro, and the guys that I didn't fight, it wasn't because of me. Like
Yeah.
I tried to fight everybody, especially as an amateur. Like I tried to fight everybody.
Yeah.
And like to see his record and stuff, like to me he's still an amateur because he hasn't fought nobody that knows how to fight.
Right.
Anybody can get in there, throw a couple of punches, but like to fight somebody that's trained and know how to defend themselves the right way.
And it's been in some adversity.
Yeah,
It's like you've been in tough situations and had to
yeah,
fight out of it.
right, Right. Like I've been in fights where I had to fight blind. Like the fight I got cut for the first time. You know, I fought for a full round blind, and I was seconds away from finishing that fight. And he ain't never been in them situations. Like he
Right.
ain't never seen his own blood before. Like it's different. Like when you under the lights with somebody that's coming to hurt you. Like, cause I'm not coming just to win a fight. Like I'm coming to hurt this dude, and the rest gonna
Yeah.
take care of itself.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hey, like that's why there's 3 people in there.
Right.
Like your job ain't to protect him.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
know? Yeah, I mean, and rightfully so. I mean, it's prize fighting.
Yeah.
The prize, the bigger the prize is for the winner.
Right.
Like,
Right.
and I'm trying to eat, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's got to be the mentality for the pros, man. So
Mhm.
give us some thoughts on like, camp leading into this. You still got what, 2 weeks left?
Right.
So we're 2 weeks in. So we got 2 weeks out.
Mhm.
How's camp going?
Well, I really didn't have a camp because it was kind of like a short notice thing. Like, they reached out maybe a week ago or so, like that.
Okay, okay.
So it's kind of like I'm always training though. Like
Right,
I'm
right.
never just sitting on the couch
Right.
because like I teach the striking class down at UFM. So like while everybody else is in camp, I'm kind of in camp with them.
Uh-huh.
So like I'm never not training. So like I'm not prepared like specifically for him, but I'm more than prepared to
To
fight.
fight, yeah.
Yeah. So
Absolutely.
like
Stay ready so you ain't got to get ready,
right,
you know?
right. So I stay in shape. I kind of stay fight ready, and I try to stay around and weight. I ain't got a lot of weight to cut or whatever. So like it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a surprise for him. Like when he step in there and it's like, okay, this dude ain't finna, ain't he ain't coming here to lay down, and he
Yeah,
don't
he's not
like
here to do a job.
right. Like he ain't come here just to get his check and go home. Like this
Mhm.
dude is trying to, this
He's gonna
dude,
win. He's trying
yeah.
to win, like,
And I
sure.
and that's a different animal when you used to going in there and you dominating people that don't know how to defend themselves. Like even like if he gets me down, like I haven't seen him throw a punch at all in none of his fight videos. He shoots his power double, and these guys don't know how to defend jujitsu at all. And it's kind of like, okay, so like what is he gonna do when he can't get me to the ground, or what is he gonna do when he get me to the ground and I'm defending him and he
You
got
get
to
right
work
back up,
it right,
you
and he
know?
got to work for everything that he's getting.
Yeah.
So like I don't even see like that 6-0 like to me, because like these are guys that like if I fought 6 of these guys, I'd be 6-0 too. So it's kind of like I see him as a debut,
Yeah,
like or an amateur.
yeah,
But like that's not to take away from his skill. I'm just speaking on his experience as a fighter. You haven't fought nobody that can hurt you.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
From a professional sense, like anybody can hurt you with a punch.
yeah,
But
yeah.
like
We're still human.
somebody that's prepared to hurt you,
Yeah,
like
they're
me.
educated on
Yeah,
hurting you. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and that definitely makes a big difference, man. That's the same as like, one of us going and, getting into a street fight with somebody. It's like,
right.
man, when you have somebody who's trained versus someone untrained, it's like playing with a kid.
Right, and it is
Yeah.
like when you don't know how to defend yourself against a trained fighter. And that was me when I came to the gym for the first time. I remember like yesterday. I went to Jeff Jennings' gym and I fought Sean Mitchell, and I thought I could fight because my street fights is like, okay, like I'm winning most of them, but when I got to the gym, it was like I was like a toddler. Like I didn't know how to get away from a jab or nothing, and like it's different when you in there with somebody that knows how to fight.
I'll tell you what was, me and you was talking about the clinch, earlier before we started. I'll
Mhm.
tell you what got me, what was my humble pie was when I got it's just a single tie put
Right.
on me for 3 minutes straight, and I couldn't get it off. And I had 40 pounds on the guy,
That's
like easy. And I was like, man, I don't know what just happened,
it's crazy.
but my ego immediately left, and I'm like, if that guy who's 40 pounds less than me can do that to me,
Mhm.
and bro, if you teach me how to do that, I'll do that to anybody on the planet. You know, what I mean? Like that was my mentality. It was like,
Right.
but it was good for me, man. I needed that because I did have that ego,
Mhm.
because I did street fight a lot.
Right.
Fought people for money in the streets,
Mhm.
a lot.
Mm.
And so it's like, but when you come into a gym, like for mixed martial arts specifically, like
Right.
it's different.
Very
It's
different.
different because like these guys are ready for everything.
Mhm.
Like they don't just do the hands, they don't just do the kicks, like they
Right.
don't just do the grappling. Like
Mhm.
you got to be able to do it all and fight in between all those positions.
Right.
That's what makes mixed martial arts so hard for everybody. It's those transition
Mhm.
positions that you're fighting in, right? Like
Right.
wrestling up. Once you get to the cage, like say if you get taken down and you scoot to the cage, now that wrestling back up on that
Mhm.
cage. man, it's so exhausting, right?
Yep.
But you put somebody in there who's never done that before, it's like throwing them into a 20-foot deep pool,
Right.
and they barely know how to swim.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's gonna feel, just
Yep.
detrimental to them.
Yep. For sure. For
100%.
sure.
All right, man. So you're talking about, we got the fighter hat of you now. Like, you talked about you coach over there at UFM. So let's put that coach's hat on, man. I saw you last night. We were together at SEFC 29.
Right.
Give us some thoughts on your athletes that fought last night.
Man, I'm super proud of everybody that fought last night. And like we have had nights that we go 4-0. Last night we went 1-4. I didn't let nobody hang their head last night because you're not gonna be able to beat everybody. And you're gonna have bad nights. And you're gonna have them nights where everything is going well until it's not. Like Darius.
Man.
Darius had one of the performances of his life, and he made a mistake and he got caught.
Yeah.
Them kind of the ones is like they eat at you so
Yeah.
much. He's like, man, I was right there.
Yep.
And but I'm super proud of everybody. Like the improvements that Darius made, and like the toughness that Brandon and Autumn showed, and Alex, going into his first kickboxing match and going to war with somebody, and
Who was there to fight too? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's the thing. Is like that's the thing I do have to say. Every single one of your fighters, man, like there wasn't no easy night for any of
for
them.
sure.
And
that's all I ask. Like you go in there and you have fun, you give me everything you got. Like that's all I ask for. Like I don't care if you go 0-100. I'm gonna be by your side with you. Like, and I'm not gonna let you hold your
if
head
it's still
on
in your heart and you still want to go out there after 0-99 and be 0-100, man, I'm gonna be right there
I'm
with
gonna
you.
be right there beside you. Because I know how I done been that fighter like that went independent. So I know how it feels to walk out there by yourself.
Right.
And I know how it feels to get beat and you standing there by yourself. And like this, like even though you got your brothers that's gonna stand beside you, like this is a lonely sport. Because when you lose, like true enough, like I'm gonna take that loss with you, but like you lose by yourself. When you go home, it's just you. Like you gonna be sitting there thinking about like, man, I just got beat. So it's a real lonely sport. So like I do my best to talk to my guys like after they take a loss, like, hey, look, and I always use me for example because like right now I'm like, man, I'm like on maybe a 6-7 fight skid, but like I tell them like that's why books are so thick. Like just
That's
because
right.
you have a bad chapter don't mean the story's over.
Yes.
You can have a bad chapter in chapter 2, 3, 4, 5, but like when you get to chapter 6, like that whole book can change.
And it's just like reading a book. It's like you're sitting there reading, and all of a sudden the page flips. Now you got a new chapter. And like it'll happen like that, man. But it's just about that, being persistent, being perseverant, like just keeping a good head about it. It's like you gotta understand it's a competition, and especially like the amateurs.
Right.
It's like that's what the amateurs are for. Like you should be fighting tough fights. Like if you fight your whole amateur career with gimme fights, like you're in for a rude awakening as a pro.
For sure.
And anybody who is doing that to their fighters, it's like you're doing them a disservice.
Yep.
Because once it counts, like
they're gonna get exposed.
Yeah. I mean, you can't hide behind that forever, right? Or unless you just stop fighting,
right?
But it's like the ones who are on the like we know,
right? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, like me, and like I started late, so like I know all too well. Like when I started training, I was already going on 27 years old. Like so, I was already at a disadvantage.
Right.
Like my first year of training, I fought 12 times, like every month. Like
yeah.
So like I know,
it's like that man sitting right there behind you. 1985, he had like 15 fights.
Yeah, for real. Like But yeah, like I'm proud of all my guys. Everybody had a tough fight, and like I told Alex after his fight, like that was what you needed.
That was a banger, man. That was a banger fight, dude.
Yeah. And like I told him, like that was what you needed. Like, that was my first. No, I think it was my second time competing against my former coach Jeff Denton as a coach. And like Jeff came and talked to him as well. Like, hey, look, like that right there is gonna make you better.
Yep.
Like having them tough fights like that is gonna make you 100% better. I promise you. Because if you get in there with somebody that ain't been through that type of fight and they got to go through it for the first time, you're gonna have that advantage on them.
Oh, 100%. Like you're gonna be ready. Like once you've been in a firefight, you find comfort in firefights.
Yep.
Like, it's okay. I ain't gotta run. I ain't gotta
Yeah.
run. Like, I know. Because now he knows that about himself.
Mhm.
Now he knows I can stand there and go toe to toe with a guy who's bigger, he had a bigger
Mhm.
frame, longer.
Yep.
And I mean, he went toe to toe with him the
Yep.
whole time.
Yep.
Took his best shots, gave him his best shots. I
And
mean, shout out to Matt Coggins too, man.
and both of
Them
them
dudes
guys,
went.
yeah.
They threw down, man.
Yeah.
That was a
And
heck
like
of a fight,
it's so surprising to see somebody come out like that in their debut and have a firefight like that and not
man.
shy away from it because Alex gave him some shots.
Man, he did, and
And
he was chopping that leg up too, man. Especially in
yep.
that second round, like
Yep.
he landed several like in concession, like boom,
Mhm.
boom, boom. And then he started switching inside outside on the
Mhm.
kick. I mean,
And that
that's
was
damage that the casual eyes don't necessarily take into consideration because if you ain't never been kicked in the leg like that, like
like,
you
oh,
don't
hey.
you don't understand what's happening.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but like me, like I spar with Alex all the time, and like I told Alex, man, your leg kicks hurt, dude. Like, and I know I'm tough, but like it's like when he kicked me, it's like I almost want to sit down like during the spar, and like I'm like, man, dude, your leg kicks hurt, and
Yeah,
like he don't realize how bad his leg kicks hurt. So I
yeah.
told him going into that fight, I said, when you come out, throw the hardest leg kick you can throw at him, like from the opening bell. Let him know, like, look, this is what you finna get this whole fight. And but like credit to him because he took him and he kept coming.
100%.
But like that, I'm proud of Alex. Like that's what he needed.
Yeah,
So
for sure, man. Like that was that was a good step up for both guys.
mhm.
And it's one of them deals where it's kind of like, you don't really know what you're gonna get
Right.
because they were both making their debuts
In
in
kickboxing, yep.
kickboxing, and so it's like but both of them had competed before, right? Like
Mhm.
Alex had boxed,
He had grappled, I think.
yeah, but he had grappled on shows,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's like he'd felt that pressure before,
Mhm.
he'd felt that crowd before,
Yep.
and so like when you find that comfort in that, and then you have two guys who like they both of them clearly thought they were going to win that fight
Mhm.
going in,
Yep.
and it showed in the way they
Right.
fought. And hey, man, the
And
fans are the winners in that.
and one thing that'll go over a lot of people's heads, like that was Alex's first time going against the hostile crowd. Because
Yeah,
Matt
they
Coggins
did. They
had
booed
a
him
lot.
bad, man. They
Yeah,
booed him bad coming
yeah,
out.
yeah. Like Alex, like and I'm
And he and he's
man,
such a
I'm
nice
proud of him
guy.
for that. Yeah, and he was a kid.
Yeah.
Like so, like
Yeah.
with all that pressure and like to Matt, like fighting at home could be pressure on you too.
Yeah, this is one sport where there is no home field
Yep,
advantage. Like,
yep,
there's additional pressure fighting
yep,
out.
yeah. Because
That
you're
is
in
true.
front of your mom, your sisters, like
Everybody you went to school
yeah.
with,
And you like, I don't want to get put on my ass in front of my people. So it's like so it's different pressure. So I'm proud of both of them. From
Yeah.
that sense.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And then, like I said, Rashad, man,
Man,
goodness.
he's dangerous, dude.
Goodness, man, what a
He's
fight.
dangerous.
What a fight. Shout out to Rashad McWilliams, man. What a fight. Like, winning his second amateur title,
Mhm.
about to go pro. Man, give us your
Right.
thoughts on that one.
I saw it. I saw it before it happened. Like I watched that dude fight. He fought one of my former teammates. I thought my former teammate beat him. Derek Young. Like
That's
he's
the guy that Benito was supposed to fight originally, right?
right.
That Shaw stepped in for?
Mhm.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So I seen him fight him, and I thought Derek Young beat him, and Derek was catching him with some shots, and he never followed up on the shots because if you know Derek, he's a real good counterpuncher, but like Shad is like a counterpuncher, but like once he
A pressure
catches
counterpuncher.
yes, but like he when he catches you, like he finna stay on you.
Yeah, he's gonna keep adding
Yeah.
to it. He's
he-
gonna build off some combinations.
And me and sparring with Shad and knowing how he fights on the inside like that, and that guy fights on the inside too. It was kind of a recipe for disaster, like with that guy, because Shaw got the bigger frame, Shaw got the most powerful punch out of them two, and it's surprising that guy didn't make the adjustment after the first round went so bad for him.
Yeah.
Because like he was on the inside taking so much damage, and like in between rounds, I told Shaw like I want to tell you something, but I can't say nothing.
You don't really need to stop doing what you're doing.
Like only thing I told him was like, don't blow yourself out and like don't be reckless. Like the only way this dude's gonna beat you if you're reckless and he clips you.
Right.
Like so I said, I ain't really got nothing to say, just pick your spots.
And then on that, starting at that second round, it looked like Benito had kind of felt
Mhm.
that heat from that first round, and he came out wanting to put the pressure back on Shot, and he kind of got reckless, and that's when the counter punches really started to land, and then it was like, oh man, like I just wanted Benito to take a step back so bad. It's like, dude,
And like the coaching me was seeing it too, like, dude, like step out, like and recover. Like if nothing else, like
Yeah.
step out and get your legs back under you. Like
Yeah.
you getting caught and you still rushing back in the same spots. And he
Right.
kept dipping his head, and Shaw was like dripping that
saw it
uppercut
coming.
in, like. But like I kind of saw that before it happened. But like but still like you got to go in there and do it.
Right,
So like
100%.
I was proud of like him putting on that type of boxing clinic.
Yeah.
And showing like class would not want to keep pounding on the dude when the fight was really over.
Yeah, when he with that big shot at the end, that
Right.
big uppercut.
Right,
Yeah,
and he
dude.
kind of
'Cause
stopped and looked at the ref like, "Come on, man, like help
yeah,
this dude."
because when he hit him, like I said, I was standing like I was where I was sitting was like almost to the side, but to the back side of Rashad. So I was looking right in Benito's face, and when he hit him with that uppercut, and Benito's head popped up,
Right.
it's like his head stopped, but his eyes kept going back,
Yeah.
but he was still standing there. And then
Mhm.
that's when Rashad was kind of like looked at the ref like, "Hey,
Like help him.
yeah, yeah."
But like
But good call on Harry
Mhm.
though. Like
Yeah.
he recognized that too, and he like stepped in and was like,
Right.
and he called it. You know,
Mhm.
that was the right thing. You know, like
Right.
minimize the damage. Like it wasn't gonna get better from there,
No,
right?
no, and you
Like
got to
live to fight
recognize
another day,
that
man.
as the coach too, and that's not me speaking bad on his coaches, but like if it was me and I saw like my fight ain't got no answer for this dude, I'm gonna call it. Like this dude he bleeding it all over the place, he's gassed.
Yeah.
Like it wouldn't go get no better from that point. So like at that point when I saw like that guy taking them punches like that, like man, like somebody like need to help him.
Yeah, that and he wasn't landing punches anymore. He
Yeah.
was whiffing. Like
Mhm.
like Rashad was like absolutely locked in at that point, and it was like he was seeing everything coming,
Mhm.
and it was starting to add up. Like
Right.
that was definitely the right call to call that off. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
and hey man, let both guys go home. That way they can go to their families, go back to
Mhm.
work Monday. You
Right.
know, I mean that was best case scenario. But man, hey, I'm proud of Rashad,
No,
man.
for
Like
sure.
he comes and trains here and does a little bit of coaching here, and
Mhm.
and I know he's over there with y'all guys full time too. And man, like I'm just really happy to see that success for him. And
Right.
man, like he's just getting better every show, every show,
Yeah, for
every
sure.
show. But hey, man, it's a lot to y'all, over there at UFM, getting him ready,
Yeah.
being in there, working with him, sparring with him,
Right.
everything like that. It takes all that. It takes the team, man.
Mhm.
How can the fans follow you on social media?
You can follow me on Facebook at Nathan Montez Mitchell, Instagram at Flawless Fighter. That's pretty much it as far as my social media. But yeah, follow me on Facebook. I'm active all the time on Facebook. So if you want to see some fight footage, tune in on Facebook. Or if you need details about my next fight, I'm always posting on my stories on my wall about my next fights or upcoming events and stuff like that. So just follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram.
All right, you got anybody you can get a shout out to?
Shout out to my team at UFM. Everybody, my training partners that's getting me ready, my coaches, Grady, my teammates Brandon, Darius, I know they'll be out for a few days. Autumn, they always helping me like as well as I help them,
Right.
like and that's physically and mentally, like because I've been at some points, so it's like, man, it'd be like I have so much stuff going on like outside the gym,
Right.
but like they keep me on my toes, like because it's always like I got these other sets of eyes watching me, so it's
Mhm.
kind of like I gotta stay on my toes too.
That's
And
right.
like I appreciate them more than they know for that, like keeping me on my toes, like because it'd be plenty of days where I'm like I don't even feel like training today. It's like they need me there, so it's
Yeah.
like I gotta go. So
Yeah.
it's like, man, I appreciate them so much for things like that, and just things outside the gym as well. Great has helped me in more ways than that I can thank them for. Pretty much everybody at my gym was, whether it's training or they reaching out to me to talk or whatever. So I appreciate all of them for that. And shout out to UFM family for doing that, because that is like a second family to me and a lot of people.
100%, man. 100%. Yeah, y'all got a tight group over there for sure. Well, all right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Nathan Flawless Mitchell, January 20th in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Appreciate your time, Nathan.
Sir.